Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on distressing the lives. Today we are going to start microsporogenesis. In our last video we have seen the detailed structure of anther. What we have done, let us revise in short. In our last video we have seen that anther was a bilobed structure and it is dithecous, and in this anther were present microsporangium. There were 4 microsporangium, and this was the anther wall consisting of 4 layers. And I have told you that in this microsporangium there were cells of sporogenous tissues. They were filled. And this was the point of dehiscence. Today we are going to see how the microspores are formed. Microsporogenesis means formation of microspore. Formation of microspore, that is male gamete. How the male gamete is formed. So let us start. When this anther is young, all the sporogenous cells in the microsporangium are compactly packed. बहुत ही compactly packed होते हैं छोटे से space के अंदर. And when this anther grows, जैसे anther mature हो जाता है, grow हो जाता है, the size of this microsporangium also enlarges, and these cells they get enough space to expand. तो sporogenous जो cells हैं वो अपने आप को थोड़ा थोड़ा अरेंज कर लेते हैं कॉम्पैक्टली प्लेस्ड होने की वजह से. दे वर वेरी क्लोजर. जैसे माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम का साइज बड़ा होता है तो ये जो सेल्स हैं ये सेल्स अपने आप को थोड़ा सा लूजली अरेंज कर लेते हैं, राइट. अब all the cells of this microsporangium has the capability to give rise to microspores. इस टिश्यू के सब सेल्स के अंदर कैपेबिलिटी होती है माइक्रोस्पोर को बर्थ देने की, माइक्रोस्पोर बनाने की, बट सारे के सारे सेल्स जो हैं माइक्रोस्पोरोजेनेसिस में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करते हैं. ऑल द सेल्स दे आर नॉट पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन माइक्रोस्पोरोजेनेसिस. ओनली फ्यू सेल्स दे आर गोइंग टू फॉर्म माइक्रोस्पोर्स. सो लेट अस सी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, let me take one cell of this microsporangium. हम इसमें से एक सेल लेते हैं और एक सेल से हम देखेंगे कि कैसे माइक्रोस्पोर्स बनते हैं, राइट. तो लेट मी टेक दिस माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम टू हियर. दिस इज one cell of sporogenous tissue, right, and as this sporogenous cell is going to give rise to microspore, क्योंकि ये माइक्रोस्पोर बनाने जा रहा है तो बर्थ देने जा रहा है माइक्रोस्पोर को, तो ऐसे सेल्स जो किसी को बर्थ दें, बर्थ कौन दे सकता है? मदर ही दे सकती है, राइट. तो हम इस सेल को बोलेंगे MMC, दैट इज माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल, राइट. एंड दिस सेल इज डिप्लॉयड. Whole plant body, whole flower, all of the cells of this anther, they are diploid, right. So this cell is known as microspore mother cell. Now this cell will undergo meiosis. This cell will undergo meiosis, and you know meiosis is a reductional division. In meiosis, number of chromosomes gets reduced to half, and meiosis is completed in 2 stages. That is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 is reductional division, which is leading to reduced number of chromosomes. जैसे ही meiosis 1 हो जाएगा, क्रोमोसोम नंबर 2n से क्या बन जाएगा? n, दैट इज हैप्लॉइड नंबर. तो meiosis 1 से बनेंगे सबसे पहले 2 सेल्स बने. ये सेल्स क्या है? हैप्लॉइड है. दिस इज ऑल्सो हैप्लॉइड. नाउ दीज 2 सेल्स विल अंडरगो meiosis 2, and meiosis 2 division is equivalent to mitosis, where there is no effect on the chromosome number. Equational division, number of chromosome will remain equal, but the cells will divide into 2. So again 2 cells will form. So due to these are also haploid. Due to the division, meiosis division of microspore mother cells, we are getting 4 haploid microspores. अब हम इनको बोलेंगे microspore. All the cells are haploid and they are joined together. And as these are 4 cells joined together, so we can say them microspore tetrad. Tetrad means 4 cells. These cells are joined together with a material, that is callose thickening is there, due to which they are joined together. And I have told you in my previous video that callase enzyme secreted by the tapetum layer will help to dissolve this callose, due to which these microspores will get separated and we will get 4 haploid microspores. When they are joined together, then they are known as microspore tetrad, but when they have got separated, then they are known as microspores. So these microspores are formed in this microsporangium. These were the microsporangium. As they are from one microspore mother cell, due to meiosis division, there are formed 4 microspores. That is why these depressions or these sacs are known as microsporangium. After that, let me take any one microspore here. Suppose I am taking this microspore, right? Any one you can take. This is now haploid. Soon, the cells, the nucleus of this microspore will undergo mitosis and will divide into 2 nuclei. That is, first of all, it will undergo karyokinesis. Karyokinesis is division of nucleus, followed by cytokinesis, that is division of cytoplasm, and soon this cell will develop a cell wall around itself, and one cell will become smaller and other will become bigger. Why one is bigger, one is smaller? Due to the unequal division of cytoplasm, that is cytokinesis. Due to unequal division of cytoplasm, one cell is bigger and another cell is smaller, and the smaller cell will be floating in that bigger cell. This cell now is known as generative cell. Generative cell. And this cell will now be known as vegetative cell, as it is not taking part in any kind of reproduction. इसका reproduction में कोई role नहीं है. It will just simply give rise to pollen tube. That is why it is also called tube cell. And this cell will be forming male gametes in later cases. Okay. And now this complete cell will develop, this microspore after dividing will develop an internal layer that is known as intine, and intine is made up of cellulose and pectin, and there is one outer layer that is made up of the most resistant substance, that is sporopollenin, which have no effect of any acid or any kind of temperature, whether it is too low, whether it is too high. Sporopollenin is the most resistant substance, and I have told you this sporopollenin is also secreted by the 4th layer of this this anther, that is tapetum layer. Tapetum layer will also give rise to this sporopollenin. Due to this sporopollenin, now this complete structure has become pollen grain with intine, exine and 2 cells. Now this due to sporopollen pollen grain, now the structure is pollen grain. Pollen grains can be preserved for longer period. They can be even preserved as fossils. We can store them as a pollen banks in a liquid nitrogen under -196 degree Celsius. तो हम pollen grains को store करके भी रख सकते हैं, जैसे seed bank बने होते हैं वैसे ही pollen banks भी बने होते हैं to preserve these pollen grains that can be used by the farmers later on. Right? Now these pollen grains are formed, and let me show here. These pollen grains are formed in this earlier known as microsporangium. Now as the pollen grains are formed, so this microsporangium will now be known as pollen sac, as it has also grown in size and also containing pollen grains. तो इसका अब नाम हो जाएगा pollen sac containing pollen grains. Right? Normally in 60% of angiosperms ये जो pollen grains हैं ये 2 celled, ये जो 2 cells हैं इसी 2 cell stage पे release होती है. But 40% cases में this generative cell can divide again to form 2 male gametes, and this is one larger cell, this is intine and this is exine. This is the 3-celled stage of pollen grain. So sometimes in some of the angiosperms pollen grains can be released at this 3-celled stage, but generally they are released at 2-celled stage. Now these pollen grains are there in the mature anther, and this anther has now become mature and it will lose its all the water content, it will get dehydrated, all the 4 walls will become fibrous, they will rupture, and after rupturing of these walls, these pollen grains are released from this point of dehiscence. Right? From this point of dehiscence, pollen grains can be released. NCERT में आप देखेंगे जो diagram दिया गया anther का, this wall is ruptured and they have shown that pollen grains are releasing from this point. This point I have already told you that this is point of dehiscence. So now these pollen grains are ready to land on the stigma by any that we are going to do in our next video, that is pollination. How these pollen grains are transferred from this anther to stigma of the ovary, either by self pollination or by cross pollination. Right? So this is all about microsporogenesis. And one thing I also want to tell you that this microspore tetrad, there are various arrangements of this tetrad that can be tetrahedral arrangement like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 cell is behind. Most common arrangement is this tetrahedral arrangement, right? And they can be linearly arranged, they can be isobilateral arrangement, they can be like this, F-shaped. So there are various arrangements of this tetrad. So with this we have done with this microsporogenesis. If you really like my video, please do give a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel to enhance your knowledge. Till then, stay tuned, stay happy and keep watching. Thank you.